Hey, yo, what's gaming players? It's your boy, Disney Sharp, man. We back with another episode of this Player vs. Player 2-season series. And you already know what we're about to do. We're about to get into some more games here on the 1 o'clock schedule for week 1 of the new season. And just to remind you, we've already done 4 episodes already. 2 for Madden 20, 2 for Madden 21. If you haven't seen them, make sure to go check those out. Because it was a great way to start the 2-season series for this this 2 season of the NFL. So we're now gonna do the 1 o'clock schedule. We're continuing as well. And we're gonna go ahead and start from the games for Madden 21 to see how those go, and then we're gonna switch over to Madden 20 and do the same thing over there. So we're first gonna kick things off with the Atlanta Falcons. They're debuting their brand new jerseys in front of their hometown crowd as they take on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Now, yeah, guys, the Seattle Seahawks right now, they're actually 6-2, but the only team that's undefeated right now actually is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, to me, I don't know if Pittsburgh's gonna go undefeated but I don't know what's gonna happen. But right now, here on Madden, we're gonna see how the Pittsburgh Steelers play because we don't know if they're gonna go undefeated on Madden. So we're about to see that. But before we get to the Pittsburgh Steelers matchup, where they take on the New York Giants, we're gonna focus on this matchup: Falcons and Seahawks from Atlanta. You already know Matt Ryan and the guys. They most definitely gotta get a W because they're debuting their brand new jersey in front of their hometown crowd. Todd Gurley making his debut game with the Falcons. And we hope it's a pretty good one.
Coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks.
Here's number 11, Julio Jones, set to begin this new season. But they've got a tough test in line because how in the world are they gonna get past the Seahawks team?
Charles, we have arrived at another new season. A little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. Let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
So, the Falcons are going to kick it off to the Seahawks to start it, and Falcons fans are going crazy for their Falcons as we are underway from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. As Reed, he's going to take a knee in the end zone as the Seahawks will start at the 25-yard line. And here's Russell Wilson leading the way as the Seahawks offense head onto the field. First and 10. Here's A.J. Oliver. And he is brought down at the 29-yard line.
CD, take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
2nd and 6. A.J. Oliver. And he's going to be brought down.
He goes down right there. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
3rd and 6 now.
Aggressiveness against them, that was the hope. Maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up
Wilson.
running right into the knee.
And he's going to find Grant Hill.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40.
He's lucky he didn't get sacked on that one, but Seahawks first down. From Wilson to Grant Hill. That's going to be the most dominant duo of this season. Another great duo. D-Sharp, Julian Willis. Patrick Mahomes, Brandon Graham. It's a lot of great duos for this season that are going to be dangerous to stop.
Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I think the Falcons are trying to bring a blitz.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
Wilson, deep shot for Hill. Oh, and he overthrew him. No way. He overthrew Grant Hill. That would have been a perfect pass downfield. Here's A.J. Oliver with some huge yardage on the outside. And he's brought down at midfield at the 50.
That's his longest run of the first quarter. And Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
And Wilson is going to be brought down. That safety blitz got him.
Free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Another try after the first down sack.
Wilson, deep shot. Hill. And it's caught. Grant Hill with a big catch. 49 yards from Wilson to Grant Hill. I'm telling you, that duo is going to be dangerous. He decided to possession at that time because last time he overthrew it. He doesn't want that mistake to happen again. So just like that, Seattle goes right down the field on their opening possession. Oliver, and he's brought down at the 4-yard line. Man, I don't know how that Falcons defense gonna look because the way they just allow Seattle to go straight down the field is a total embarrassment. And here's Oliver, and he only gets a yard on that one. So 3rd and 2.
That's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down.
Falcons looking for a stop in the red zone. Wilson, touchdown! Grant Hill. I told you, he's not going to stop throwing it to Grant Hill. Like you have got to do better than that. I mean, that isn't just a slant route. That's just a slant route. if you're Atlanta, I don't know what you're gonna do. You're gonna have to do something to stop this Seahawks offense, because the way y'all just allowed them to go straight down the field and score, you can't do that no more.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it all culminates with a Seattle score.
So Ed Dixon to kick it away.
Now as they will send this one away. Taking about 7
And Oliver, he's going to take a knee in the end zone. So the Falcons, they will get their first possession at the 25-yard line. Here's Matt Ryan. Now, everybody's wondering, what will Matt Ryan do this season? Because somehow they now have a new running back in Todd Gurley. They still got Julio Jones as wide receiver. So we're hoping they play really good this season.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And they're going to give it to Todd Gurley. And Todd Gurley with some room. And he's brought down at the 38.
Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
There's a run there by Todd Gurley. We all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use it really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
Throwing now, Ryan on first.
Ryan. And that one's going to be incomplete.
Too tough to hold on to that.
He was looking for the tight end Hayden Hurst, but he just couldn't connect.
Catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan.
Ryan. And that one's going to be complete to Calvin Ridley.
4 yards the gain.
And he's brought down.
Third down. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
And the first quarter comes to a close. 7-0 Seahawks leading the Falcons.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the shotgun,
Ryan. And that's incomplete. That blitz came at Ryan and he never saw it.
And now it's 4th down.
So now 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter, as he's on a punt for the first time.
So now Seattle's going to get the ball back. And this one's going to hit in the back of the end zone. So that will be a touchback. So they will start at the 20-yard line.
We remind you, lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut at SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium. And the
Here's A.J. Oliver. And Oliver with some room. And he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
a good one. Give him 19. 19 yards. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid.
You just can't say enough. Like I don't know what the Falcons are going to do to stop them, but they're going to have to try something else, because whatever they did isn't working. Whatever they're trying to do isn't working.
She'll run with 3 tight ends here on first down. From the gun,
Wilson fires. Grant Hill. And that was caught. Grant Hill again.
and he takes this thing way
You can't say enough.
territory.
Grant Hill with another huge catch. This time his brother Damian Hill can't stop him. There's just nothing the Falcons can do at this point.
Better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
It's just when Wilson knows it's a one-on-one coverage, he's gonna throw it deep.
There's Wilson.
Wilson, he's gonna give it to A.J. Oliver, and that one's gonna go backwards.
To the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Move back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Second and goal. A.J. Oliver,
And he will maneuver his way
and
down
he
back
gets
to
this one to the 7-yard
a
line.
count of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. Operating from the gun.
Wilson, and he's gonna find Greg Olsen,
And he's going to be taken down.
and he's gonna be stopped short
First, a gain of 5
at the 2-yard line.
goal.
And Greg Olsen's a big-time pickup for the Seattle Seahawks in the offseason. Spent the last 9 seasons with Carolina as an all-pro, Pro Bowl tight end, and did the same thing before that with the Chicago Bears. Now he moves to the Northwest and gives Russell Wilson a big-time target in the middle of the field.
4th and goal. Seattle's gonna go for it. Wilson, caught. Grant Hill, touchdown Seattle.
Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes, and the Seahawks add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it.
Unbelievable. This is insane. 2 touchdown passes for Wilson, both of them to Grant Hill.
But once you're sighting, you're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point is up and good, and Seattle leads 14-0.
Time of 6 plays, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
The Falcons fans were hyped for the game, and now they're starting to get quiet.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And Oliver, he's going to take a knee, as this one will start at the 25.
At the 25.
And the Falcons set to get back onto the field.
Set to see the Falcons offense, and they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive.
Here's Gurley.
And wondering how are we going to move.
And from the 25, he gets this one to the 29.
Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Ryan. And that one's going to be complete to Hayden Hurst.
Hayden Hurst, and he'll be taking.
And he'll get this one in Seattle territory at the 47.
Covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Now that's something you should do when you're down 2 scores.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll throw on first down with Ryan.
Ryan, he's going to fire deep for Jones. And that one's incomplete. He was double covered. Why would he throw that?
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath.
Ryan fires again. And this time Jones catches it.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks. Now
So the Falcons, they're starting to get into a little bit of momentum.
first down.
They're now in the red zone.
First catch of the game. That's got to be a surprise for
See, Ryan got hit, but Jones was able to run to the football so that wouldn't get intercepted. What a catch by Julio. Now the Falcons are in the red zone.
Down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Ryan. And that one's going to be complete to Jones.
Couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time that last one puts him at 7-9-9.
Todd Gurley, and he's in. Touchdown Falcons.
Taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
So Todd Gurley gets into the end zone as the Atlanta Falcons.
Something before half. They've at least got something on the board. Now still trailing, but a good sign.
With huge catches down the stretch, and they were able to get into the end zone. That's what Falcons fans like to see. The extra point is up and good, and it's 14-7 Seattle. Reed, and he's going to take him in the end zone. So Seattle will take over at the 25. Now here comes Seattle's offense back out there, and Grant Hill coming back out there. And with the day he's having, already 2 touchdowns in the game. It seems like he wants touchdown number 3. We're about to see what happens as there's 1 minute left in the first half.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
Here's Oliver. And he's brought down. That Falcons defense is starting to do something now.
10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
On 2nd and 9,
Wilson, and that one's incomplete.
He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, old momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here...
Wilson, downfield. Grant Hill. And he dropped it. He was wide open. He would have gotten Seattle into field goal range for at least a field goal. But now they're going to have to punt it away. What sequence that just happened? And Sean Harris, he's going to return this one. And he's going to be brought down at 28.
12 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. They're just going to run.
And here's Todd Gurley. And he will be brought down at the 31.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. As they stop.
And the Falcons, they're somehow trying to get into field goal range to make this a 4-point game if they can.
Out of the gun, it's
Ryan, Hayden Hurst, and that's incomplete.
with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Intended for Hayden Hurst. Incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Final play of the half. It's Ryan.
Ryan fires for Jones, and that one's incomplete, just nowhere near, as that ends the first half. Seahawks with a 14-7 lead.
Opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL.
All right, up next, we will head to Washington, where the Washington football team hosts Carson Wentz and the Eagles. Then we head to Foxborough. Tua makes his debut for the Dolphins as they take on DeAndre Crawford and the Patriots.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play in the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team. of Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get
back here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. It's time to start the second half between the Seahawks and the Falcons.
And no fireworks to start the half.
At least the Falcons fans are happy that the Falcons did not settle for a field goal when they got into the red zone.
Very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Ryan, deep shot. Jones. And that one is going to be incomplete. I believe Ryan threw that a bit late. They would have been in great field position. Ryan, and that one's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Now it's 3rd and 10. And it seems to me that the Seahawks are bringing a little bit of a blitz here. And here comes the blitz. Ryan. And that one's incomplete. So now it's 4th down. He was going to Julio Jones, but that blitz was too much.
Exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought.
Here's Oliver on the return. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
And that will come the offense as they take over. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you continue to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have.
And here's Oliver. And he's taken down in the backfield by Tag McKinley with the tackle for a loss there.
That's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 12,
Wilson, deep shot. Oh, and Grant Hill almost pulled it in, but he just couldn't.
take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Third and 12, Wilson. And that one's going to be caught to Grant Hill. And Grant Hill, he is gone. Touchdown, Seattle.
A big play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. Now the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find
That is 3 touchdown passes for Russell Wilson, and all 3 have been to Grant Hill.
it looks almost insurmountable, but
I just believe that defense is just getting embarrassed.
Point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7.
So now 21-7, Seattle is still out in front.
As they run up and send this one away.
And Oliver, he's not going to return this one. This one's going to be a touchback.
Now it's a touchback. At their own 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
they have to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Ryan, and he's going to be sacked.
Down by the Seahawk defense.
Jaron Reed with the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They're in some hot water now.
So 2nd and 21.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's gonna
Ryan Hayden Hurst. And that's going to be intercepted.
picked off by
Quandre Diggs, the former Detroit Lion with the pick. I believe Matt Ryan overthrew his receiver because as you saw, his receiver was way on the right and the football was right on the left of him. So I believe that was a bad throw. So with that, Seattle is now in great field position. And here's Oliver. And AJ, all of them with some space. And he's brought down at the 6-yard line.
25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Muscle burst right there.
And Oliver, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Grady Jarrett just busting through there. He didn't even give Oliver a chance. And Oliver again. And he's going to be brought down at the 6.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the mind.
And here's Oliver. And I think he was stopped, and he was.
Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They're getting close to the end zone, and you know that.
And Seattle, they're just like, why not? Because they're already in the lead. Because if they go for a 4th passing touchdown, you already know who it's going to. And Oliver, and he stopped. He was trying to reach, but he just couldn't get there. But look at where the Falcons are. They're at the 1.
First 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though,
Ryan. And that one's intercepted. Are you serious? And that gives Seattle another chance to get on the board.
Yard line like they were. Oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space there. They elect to throw it. It cost them.
you get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise.
That would have been a big play, but Ryan got hit off the blitz, and Seattle has the football again.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
And Oliver's brought down at the 5.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It moves. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go for
And
it.
Oliver, he's going to get in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
So AJ Oliver gets on the board.
On the short field as they take it in for 6. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it?
And the extra point is up and good. And Seattle is now up 21 points against the Falcons, 28-7.
And feel that sense of accomplishment.
Now, I know this is not what Falcons fans were expecting to see. Matt Ryan with 2 interceptions with no passing touchdowns. Not a good start.
This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception.
Ryan. And that one's going to be caught to Julio Jones, who's got some space. Julio Jones. He's going to take it all the way to the 7-yard line. That duo right there is something special. That's something special.
In his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range.
I mean, as soon as he caught it, he turned on the jet.
One significant guy.
The Seahawks were lucky that they didn't score, but either way, he turned on the Jets as soon as he caught it.
On one play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
And Todd Gurley. And he's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line.
5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Ryan. And that one's going to be caught to Jones. Touchdown Falcons.
Falcon touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
See, the Falcons, they're not giving up yet. They're not giving up yet.
It's up and good. And
We know they be having great games, but it's just the defense that's just got to step up.
just 3 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
So the Falcons now, they're now going to kick it away. And Reed, he's not going to return this one. This one's going to hit in the back of the end
Out
zone.
of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
So now Seattle with another possession.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great
And AJ Oliver with some space.
and they'll get him down.
And he's going to be brought down at the 33-yard line, which brings the third quarter to a close. 28-14 Seattle. I'm not sure if they're going to hold on, but we're going to see because they still got 5 minutes left.
Here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. On 2nd and 2.
Wilson. And that was going to be intercepted. Sean Harris with it. And he's brought down at the 23. Just like that, the Falcons have some hope. Damian Hill knocked it out of Grant Hill's hands, and Sean Harris saves the day with the interception.
For its next possession. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
We're going to see what happens.
On first down, it's Gurley.
And here's Gurley.
Not much. Maybe
And he's going to be brought down at the 23.
And if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there in the opening play of this drive. On 2nd and 9,
Ryan, deep shot. Gurley in the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Ryan in the end zone. Hayden Hurst. Touchdown Falcons.
Hayden Hurst there to make the grab. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
So the Falcons starting to get some momentum. They're trying to get back in this game.
As well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Coup for the extra point.
So the extra point for the Falcons. And they got it.
And they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, Hoff Richter to kick off.
So now the Falcons set to kick it away. It's now a 7-point game. So the Falcons still have some hope.
And they will wrangle it down.
All they got to do is just trust on the defense.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time.
Wilson. And that one's caught to Grant Hill.
Able to get this one across.
They just can't stop him. They can't stop this duo.
19 yards. First down.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead.
Even Sean Harris was guarding him. He still can't stop him. They haven't been able to stop him all game.
Just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
And Oliver with another carry.
And very little running.
And And down he goes at the 49.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practice
Wilson, he gives it to Grant Hill, who's got space. And he's brought down at the 23-yard line.
still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down.
Wilson. And that one's intercepted.
They need it. It's intercepted.
Ricardo Allen picks it off.
So my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Oh, they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
So 1st and 10, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete.
Forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Ryan again. And that one's incomplete.
Incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Ryan, here comes the blitz. And that one's incomplete.
There's no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him first down, second down, and third down, all three incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
So the Falcons, they decided to go ahead and punt it. But even though they did that, they still got to get a stop on defense. Because they forced 2 interceptions thrown by Wilson. But the 3 touchdown passes they've already allowed.
Force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. No gain on the play there, second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. At the 35-yard line. From the gun,
Wilson fires. Grant Hill again. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Seattle. That should just put the nail into the coffin right there.
And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space.
This is in the opener, though.
That's what it's all about.
That's 4 touchdown passes for Wilson, and all of them to Grant Hill. This is unbelievable.
The extra point now coming from Myers.
See, this is how I knew the Falcons shouldn't have punted that football. Because the 2-minute warning is getting close, and now they're down double digits.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time.
Michael Nixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And Oliver, he's going to take a knee in the end zone as this one will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard zone. Matt Ryan of the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2:05 to go. They'll have one play here.
Ouch.
For the 2-minute warning.
7 out of 21 passes for Matt Ryan in this game. That's not good. And Ryan, that's incomplete.
Knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
See now the 2-minute warning is there. Now the Falcons most definitely got to throw it. They've got to throw it no matter what. They've got to throw it.
Offensively after having time to talk it over.
They really have to throw it. And if you're the Falcons, you're going to have to block you're going to have to block players that you can block. And Ryan, oh man, that would have been disaster. That would have been the game. That would have been the game right there.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun,
Ryan, he's gonna take a shot for Jones. Oh man, he almost pulled it in. Jamal Adams, the former New York Jet safety, was right there. He would have got mossed. So 4th and 10, and this is how it is. Ryan Jones, and that one's caught. Julio. He saves the day. But remember, they still got to throw it. They still need to throw it. And Ryan, he's going to throw this one away.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again,
Ryan, and that one's incomplete.
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. As his old brain remembers,
After all that hype, after that huge catch by Jones, it's turning to look out bad. Ryan throws, and that's incomplete. Now, I think they should go to Jones here. I think they should go to Jones. And I think Seattle's going to bring another blitz. And here comes the blitz. Ryan throws in the end zone. And that's intercepted. And that's going to do it. Quandre Diggs. His 2nd interception in the game. I thought Ryan was gonna go to. Why didn't Matt Ryan go to Ridley? Because that would have been a perfect touchdown right there. But with that, that's gonna wrap things up. And here's Oliver. And the clock's gonna stop. The Falcons are gonna call one of their timeouts.
as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 9 now.
They did everything they could. They tried to make their fans proud, but they just couldn't do it. And Oliver again. And he's brought down.
A gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's Wilson from the gun on 3rd.
Wilson again. And Grant Hill with another completion.
Falcons going to use their.
And that's gonna wrap it up right there. Because all the Falcons needed a stop regardless, but they just can't do it. They just couldn't do it. So that's gonna wrap it. That's gonna wrap things up. They did everything they could to make the fans proud. But the Seattle Seahawks, they're gonna hold on and win on the road. So the Seattle Seahawks, they're going to win this one on the road. They're going to win 35-21 against the Falcons. Falcons did all they could to make their fans proud. But the Seattle Seahawks are going to win. Julio did make some big catches, but it was just not enough. it just wasn't enough.
So for the Seahawks, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yo, you guys, I'm not even gonna lie. The Falcons did everything they could to make their fans proud, but it just wasn't enough. They just could not stop the duo of Russell Wilson and Grant Hill because Wilson threw 4 touchdown passes to Grant Hill, and that 4th touchdown pass sealed the deal. Well, but most definitely sealed the deal for the Seahawks, as the Seahawks go to 1-0 on the new season, beating Matt Ryan and the Falcons 35-21 here in the season opener, as Seattle gets prepared for a Sunday night game in the 8:20 picture against the New England Patriots in Week 2 of the NFL season. While the Atlanta Falcons, they done better. They just gotta get back on point, because that defense gave up 4 touchdown passes to Grant Hill. They can't do that. They can't do that again, because in Week 2 they will be in Dallas for a matchup with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Now, that's something that the Falcons gotta fix. You can't allow so many touchdown passes in a game. And you guys, with that, you already know, the series continues. So you already know, if you enjoyed this episode, smash that like button, man. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you will not miss another episode on this channel. We will see you guys in another episode of this Player vs. Player 2-season series.